western Arkansas.
All right, number 4, we take you down to Brazil, where they've had some issues with the rain flooding the streets. U.S. and German fans had to travel to the stadium and do it in a slow kind of way. Look at that, having a lot of fun out there, though.
They definitely had the
dampen their spirit.
Yeah, definitely patriotic, and congratulations, Team USA. Even though they lost, they did advance on to the next round.
All right, look at the scene of roller coasters in floodwaters. This is in Minnesota, where a theme park had to be closed. This is Valley Fair, by the way, and the rides are just outside of the dikes that protect most of the park from high water.
Yeah, it's the Minnesota River that is flooding there, and this park, by the way, is just to the southwest of the Twin Cities. And number 2, we go and take a look at this. Yeah, more cars flooded. Ooh, luckily that is not a sinkhole. That's nothing else there. But yeah, a lot of people had problems. Even the fire department trying to block off roads because of this. People still driving through flooded road waters. We always tell people,
yeah, don't do that.
Turn around,
don't drown. All right, number 1, and yeah, we were talking about this in our last segment. Amazing video from Outlaw Chasers. This is at Pilger, Nebraska, where a team of 3 chasers deployed a camera directly into the tornado just before it hit. This was a week ago or so, on June 16th.
Yeah, now we do not endorse this type of storm chasing. It is very, very dangerous, and we know that people have actually been killed just last year trying to deploy probes in tornadoes, so we're certainly not trying to endorse it, but it is some amazing scenes and kind of a picture of a tornado that we don't typically get ever.
Well, we are joined now via Skype by those Outlaw Chasers that captured that video. Randy Hicks and Chris Rice, thank you so much for joining us, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to be here. Good to be here.
All right, Randy, I know you were the one that actually were in the car and you got the footage. Tell us what that was like.
Well, it's always intense. I mean, we've been on multiple deployments over the last 10-year period. I started probing tornadoes about 10 years ago, so I mean, we've had multiple close calls. But yeah, this one was pushing it just a little bit more than what I normally probably would. We must agree.
So what made you decide to first use the probes with this tornado?
Well, we just built a new probe this year after the loss of Samaras and Carl and the TwistX team. I really hadn't been doing a lot of chasing the last few years, so I decided to reapply myself and build a new probe and to try to go out and do what I used to do, and that's kind of how it all came about. That had a big part to do with what we're doing now.
And Chris, I understand you were in a different vehicle, but you were also kind of helping out as a first responder on the scene, kind of helping out the victims there. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I was about 3 miles south of the tornado's main circulation, filming it from that area. And then as the tornado moved east towards Pilger, I could tell it hit something, didn't know what it was at the time, so I got on the road and went north, and then that's when I saw it hit the town, and I got out and tried to help as many people as I could. You know, passed out water, had first aid with me. Wasn't able to use it, but anybody I could help plow the rubble or search rubble, searching cars, searching houses, whatever I could do. And then I teamed up with some paramedics later, and then at that point they recalled everybody from the town because of gas leaks, and that's kind of when I stopped about that point.
And earlier, watching the video, it almost appeared as though the tornado was kind of chasing you guys. Were you guys driving away from it, or perhaps driving in reverse, trying to get out of its path?
Always. Whenever you deploy a probe directly in the path of a tornado, it's coming right at you every time. That's how you were able to make a successful deployment. So yes, it was definitely coming at us. It was in a it was in a developmental stage, and it was moving quite slowly. So, I mean, I ain't saying I felt safe, but I definitely felt like I had the situation under control through most of it.
Well, we are sure glad you're okay and you live to tell about it. Amazing footage. We want to thank you guys, Randy and Chris, for joining us.
And no problem. Like I said, what we do,
Well, we also want to thank